Good morning. This is Jonathan Gorman from iCreative, and I wanted to talk a little bit about the phone app and a lesser known feature of conference calling. Most people don't know that this feature exists, and so they may not be able to take advantage of it without a little bit of guidance. So if we launch the phone app, I can then call Geraldine from our team, and the minute that Geraldine picks up the call, I'm now shown our call sheet, if you will, our call screen. This is the screen that you're going to see when you're in the middle of any call. If I was calling, say, Spectrum for technical support and they said press 2 for technical support, I would then tap on keypad, which brings me to this screen, and I would click on 2 to do that. Well, now I'm going to click on hide to get back to that screen. And then if I tap on audio, I have an opportunity to change all the different audio inputs. And most importantly, I can put the call into speaker. Now, if you aren't using the speaker function, that's really handy if you're in the kitchen trying to make some food while you're on a call. Maybe you're going to be put on hold for 10 minutes. The speaker option is really handy. In the bottom right, contacts, I might be on the phone with Geraldine, and Geraldine might ask me if I have the number of our friend Sandy. Well, I can tap on contacts and it brings me to my list of contacts. And at this point, I treat the contacts as I would if I was in the contacts app itself. I can tap on the address or the alphabet on the right-hand side and drag. And when I drag down on those little blue letters, it's going to advance me through the alphabet one at a time, one letter at a time. Or, I may just, instead of scrolling through all of them, just tap up in the search and start typing Sandy. I'm looking for our friend Sandy. So then I can tap on that person's contact information, and because I'm on speaker, I'm going to be able to just read off the number to them. It's a really handy trick. Now, to get back to my call, I'm going to tap on the green, the top left of the screen, to get back to my call. And that brings me back to this call sheet. In the middle, I could tap on FaceTime. If I tap on FaceTime, it's going to initiate a FaceTime conversation with Geraldine, where I can then switch the camera and show her where I am or use the selfie camera. I can mute it just like I would any of the others. That's also really cool. But today we're going to talk about conference calling. So for me to add a call to this existing call, so Geraldine and I are in the middle of a conversation and we suddenly decide that we want to add Anthony to this conversation so that three of us could then be on the same phone call. In the bottom left, I see add call, and it's just a plus button. When I tap on add a call, I'm then shown my contacts and I have the ability to call anybody that's in my contacts. Well, Anthony happens to be in my favorites. So if you can see in the bottom of the screen, I'm in the contacts part because it's highlighted blue. If I tap on the favorites on the far left at the bottom, now the favorites is turned blue, and I'm just going to scroll down until I get to Anthony, and then I'm going to tap on Anthony's name. The minute that I tap on Anthony's name, it's going to initiate a call with him. And you'll see at the top that Geraldine instantly gets put on hold as we try to call Anthony. So Geraldine can no longer hear me. When Anthony picks up the phone call, I can now see that Anthony and I have now been on an active private conversation for about 10 seconds. So you can see that Anthony and I are having a private one and Geraldine is still on hold. And now if you look at the screen, it's a little bit different. In the bottom and the middle, it no longer says FaceTime, it says swap. If I do swap, this is going to allow me to have to return to my private call with Geraldine and put Anthony on hold. That's if I choose swap. But if I wanted to get both of them onto the call, I simply tap on merge calls. Now when I tap on merge calls, you can see at the very top of the screen that what is there has changed. And there's a blue eye to the right of Geraldine and Anthony. And now both of those guys can hear me and I can hear both of them. We are now in the middle of a conference call. If for any reason I wanted to drop one of them off of the call, if I wanted to hang up on one or the other, then I could simply tap on the blue eye And at this screen, I'm shown that I can end the call with Geraldine or I can end the call with Anthony. And if I didn't want to do either one of those, then I could just go back. And now I can see that all of them are still on the call. So if either one of them hang up, obviously it would just go back to a private call with the other person. And that, in short, is conference calling on an iPhone. It's really handy. I hope you found some great value in this video, and we look forward to seeing you soon. Thanks.